Good evening. My name is Dylan Prime, the president of Class Board. I'll try not to take up too much of your time because, as they say, it's best to leave your audience before they leave you. I would like to begin by saying how wonderful these few years have been. It's so hard to believe that our time in the middle school is over and that we are moving on to the next phase in our lives. Congratulations, class of 2018. We've come a long way in a short amount of time. But we certainly didn't get to this point by ourselves. Our teachers, coaches, and friends have been important in helping us along this path. But it's really our parents that have played the biggest role in getting us here tonight. On behalf of all of us in the class of 2018, I'd like to take this time to pay a tribute to our parents. Let me share a quote by Malcolm Forbes. Presence is more than just being there. To me, this means that although you can physically be somewhere, you won't impact anything unless you really apply yourself to the matter. This quote made me think of our parents and how they are not just present, but they are always applying themselves in order to teach us life lessons through love, discipline, and laughter. If I may, I'd like to ask you all to imagine that we are in an amusement park waiting in line to get on a ride. Because in many ways, the middle school experience is like waiting in line for that frightening, thrilling, and wild amusement park ride called high school. The first day of 6th grade can be compared to the beginning of this line. When we started middle school, we were a bit nervous because we couldn't see where the line ended, and we really had no clue what to expect. In 6th grade, it was so frightening because the 7th and 8th graders were so much bigger than us. We had to travel from class to class without a teacher, and all the new rules made our heads spin. But our parents were always standing with us in line, always by our side, and holding our hands when we got scared, and comforting us. They supported us as we learned the new school by bringing our jerseys when we left them at home, helping us with the World Tour project, proofreading our papers for tests, proofreading our papers, quizzing us, and bringing in dozens of donuts or boxes of cupcakes for advisory parties at the last second. We really do love it when you guys bring the food. 7th grade is similar to the middle of the line at the amusement park. At this stage, we were no longer last in line. We understood the procedures, and we enjoyed moving smoothly along in the line. As 7th graders, we were simply more comfortable with the middle school and felt that we had a better handle on things. In fact, at this stage, as we were feeling more independent, we may have even tried to push the boundaries just a bit. It may have been something small like getting a lunchroom checkmark for Mr. Gruba for having more than 8 people at a table, chewing gum, or having headphones on in the halls. Or it could have been something big like getting a detention for lack of academic integrity or fighting. No matter what the situation, our parents were always there for us, getting us back on track and helping us learn from our mistakes so that we can make better choices the next time. As 8th graders, we were nearing the end of the line. At this point, we could actually see the ride, as we did when we went to visit the upper school, but we still had months to go back then. As the seniors in the school, we began to believe that we knew everything there was to know about middle school. And we felt that we were equipped with the tools that we needed to tackle whatever the teachers threw our way. However, as this year progressed, we may have become a bit nervous and anxious about what lies ahead. From time to time, we may have even wondered whether or not we were ready to take this scary ride into our next phase. But deep down, we knew that with our parents by our sides, guiding us and supporting us, we could take the next step in our journey. Well, here we are at 8th grade graduation. We are at the end of the line called middle school, and it's time to board the ride. Our parents have been with us throughout the entire line, but they have already been on this ride, so they won't be riding with us this time. Our friends will be the ones sitting next to us, and they will be able to comfort us when our parents aren't around. Our friends are the people who make life more interesting. They are the ones who make us laugh and the ones who keep us smiling. Our friends keep us happy, and I feel so lucky to be able to take this journey with my friends. Although our friends will be sitting next to us, as always, our parents are never far. They are always there, guiding, supporting, and loving us unconditionally. They've comforted and motivated us whenever we've needed it. They've encouraged us when we were at our lows and celebrated with us at our highs. They've watched us grow from being scared and timid to calm, confident, and ready to take on our journey. Our parents are constantly working to help us become the best individuals we can be. But, to be honest, we sometimes take them for granted. So from each of us in the class of 2018, I'd like to say thank you to our parents for all that they have done to provide this education for us. Thank you for coming to our plays, concerts, and activities and games, rain or shine. Thanks for the early morning drop-offs and the late evening pickups. Thanks for not getting mad when we've forgotten to do something at home, and for understanding when we forget to do our chores. Thanks for, well, I could go on all night, but instead, I will just remind you of the Forbes quote. Presence is more than just being there. So, thanks for being so much more than just present. Now, class of 2018, it's time to board the ride. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to take this first hill with both hands up. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome to the podium my friend, Mr. Agarwal.
Hi, and thank you all for coming. I'm going to try to keep this as short and sweet as possible. First off, if any